Hello, everybody. It's the Wrestling with the Willies podcast. Today, we're talking about Money in the Bank London edition. Well, it came from London, So, yeah, it's me and Jeremy. So we just talked about whenever this podcast came out, the last one for Forbidden Door, that there was 14 matches on the card. Just how there was a lot more matches. There's 7 on this one.
Well,
And
there was almost...
I think it was like 3
we talked
hours
about,
and something.
but we talked about it like in the pre-show of AEW Forbidden Door. There were 5 matches.
Yeah.
There's 7 on this card.
Yeah. And I don't know if I guess they stopped doing kickoff shows because of premium live events, so they don't have to do it anymore. So pretty much they just started off with a men's ladder match, which was fun just because it had mostly all people that I think could have won it, but this piece of shit, Logan Paul, and we're going to talk about it every time whenever he comes out. Okay, so pretty much everybody had to qualify to get included into the match. And then this dipshit fucking comes out and he's like, hey, I'm in the match. Fucking see that thing? I'm going for that thing. How did you qualify? Oh, I sucked Adam Pearce's dick in the backstage. Whatever Logan Paul does. Okay. So now he's in the match for no apparent reason. Literally, I mean, it kind of, I was hoping that they would do something with LA Knight, but also at the same time, literally anybody could have won it. Honestly, they could have done something with literally anybody. I don't think that Ricochet was ever going to even whiff it, but...
the right person won it, though, honestly. The only other person that could have been, to me, in this one was LA Knight, based on how he's...
I think, given that how over he was, they should have just made a judgment call and just dropped it in. But I kind of understand why they gave it to Damian Priest. I mean, Damian Priest, especially with when we were talking about Backlash, the one that was in Puerto Rico?
Yeah, with Bad Bunny.
Yeah, with Bad Bunny. I think that's initially... I mean, they were probably already thinking about dropping it to Damian Priest before then, because it seems like WWE always has, a plan. At least they probably go back at least, 6 months, I'm assuming, for some of their storylines, because I think the Usos one, definitely they've, looked into it for longer than just a month at a time, because, I mean, some of these other storylines don't last long, and then they kind of just end it without even saying anything. But some of these other ones, like Damian Priest and stuff like that, it seems like they give it more time. So I'm wondering if they already had in mind that they were going to drop it to Damian Priest, but then LA Knight got super over at the time. So,
he was already over at the point of this Money in the Bank match, so that's why I was surprised they didn't drop it to him.
Yeah, I think it was after the Pitch Black match. I don't know exactly what happened after that match, but he got super over. I think it was
just an organic thing, because I don't recall anything ever happening that drove it, because he wasn't over when Bray Wyatt fought him.
He came out and he was like, "Let me talk to you," and then he does the and stuff like that. Literally, there's fucking memes everywhere now. There's
and little kids are copying him. I mean,
yeah, there's literally a TikTok that this chick's "Can you help my husband, because he keeps doing this every time?" And then she's like, "Hey, can you get me take out the trash?" She's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Hey, can you get me food?" "Yeah." And he does it several times, and she's like, why is he saying it like this? And so it's just so goofy, but that's all I've been seeing from this. So I thought that at one point that they would have made a judgment call to do that. But literally, I think that Logan Paul was in this match so he could get a match with Ricochet. Because at one point they botched and I don't even think that it was Ricochet. I think Ricochet tried to pull it off as much as he could, at the time. So I literally think that Logan Paul fucking botched the move, and then they did like a Spanish fly through, I think it was tables, right? I think they ended up having like 2 or 4 tables set up, and then they did the Spanish fly off the apron or off the ropes into the tables. So, like, that was the main thing.
Yeah, and they almost missed. I mean, that's...
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, that's why I'm wondering if that's, like, the reason why was because it was Logan and not Ricochet. Because Ricochet... I've never really seen Ricochet botch all that many
Ricochet botch anything. Normally, he's the one to fix something. Even like when they, well, and even that, I think, remember they had a faltering on the rope, and Damian Priest is the one that actually fixed it before they even did the move. So I think if he would have messed that up, then it would have gone worse.
Yep, that's the main thing. So this match wasn't like, I don't know, it wouldn't be my favorite like Money in the Bank match. Wouldn't even say it's the best match on the card either. I mean, there wasn't that many matches that were like, I don't know, that I was like super.
No, this is the second longest one. Yeah. It was 20 minutes, but I mean,
well, that's why it's crazy to me. So it's like 20 minutes for this one, and then like the shortest match is 7 minutes.
Yeah, and that was Gunther against Matt Riddle.
Matt Riddle. What? And then the longest is at 30 minutes. So it's like more than an hour and a half or something was commercials.
Well, and that match, to me, it was 32 minutes, but I think there was only maybe 8 minutes of wrestling. That was the one with Roman walking around the ring for...
well, that's what I'm wondering if these times are from like when they ding the bell or not, like instead of like anything else.
Oh, it probably is. But the point is like even that Roman Reigns walked around a lot after they rang the bell. Like there wasn't a lot of wrestling. It wasn't 32 minutes of wrestling.
Sorry, my cat's all trying to like run over here and try to be like, "What are you guys doing?"
I wasn't even paying attention. To be honest with you,
that's what I figured. No, I figured for like if somebody else was sitting there and saw me like turn and just be like, "Cat on the ground." But yeah. So like most of these matches, like, oh my god, it's like even Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez versus Ronda Rousey and Shayna Baszler. It's like the fucking shit came out of nowhere, and that's one thing that's like been destroyed right now. It's like the tag team, or the women's tag team belts. Anybody that has those, either they quit the company or they get injured.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think in this one, is this the one Liv Morgan got hurt in or was hurt?
I think it was like a lady. She might have been hurt during the match, but
because I know Raquel Rodriguez actually got hurt.
Yeah,
at some point. It was like her knee or something.
Well, I remember that Liv Morgan got injured.
Liv Morgan's been wrestling with a bad shoulder.
Yeah. Because I know that she lost the belt like, I don't know, weeks after this.
Yeah, and I think it was because she was wrestling with the bad shoulder still. So they lost it to, well, I won't spoil it because that'll be the next podcast we talk about, but...
see, I couldn't remember if they because they didn't put that on a pay-per-view, did they? I didn't think it was on SummerSlam. I think they won the belt like 2 weeks before they even. Because
SummerSlam was the fallout of. No, what I'm saying is that. Yeah, I mean, Liv and Raquel Rodriguez lost it to them.
Sonya Deville and Chelsea Green. Like that, because they dropped it to them because Liv Morgan got injured, and then it seems like directly after that, Sonya Deville got injured.
Well, yeah, she tore her ACL. Yeah, what I was saying is that the fallout of that happened after this was what we'll
yeah,
talk
because
about.
It wasn't long either, because this was super out of place, though. But like they said that afterwards, the reason why they went so fast of it was that they were building it up for WrestleMania. I guess they were going to build up this the Shayna versus Ronda Rousey match for WrestleMania, so it would have a lot more build up into it. So they probably were going to have the tag team belts for a lot longer.
But I think Ronda said she was leaving sooner.
Didn't want to stay. I'm guessing she probably just didn't want to re-sign or something. That's what I'm guessing.
So they had to push it quicker. Yeah. So there's a lot of
it quicker because the finish came out of nowhere. Just all of a sudden, Shayna turned on Ronda, and you were like, "What the fuck happened?" So like that was the main thing was so out of place.
But that's what I said. Liv Morgan and Raquel
like a regular match, and then I was like, "Damn, didn't they just win the damn belts, and now they already dropped them already?"
Well, it wasn't only that. That's what I was saying about Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez. Before the next pay-per-view, they lost.
Yeah.
So
then I think Sonya Deville and them lost like before the next pay-per-view too. I think before SummerSlam they already dropped the belts. Either that or it was like
I don't think they've lost. No, I don't think they've dropped the belts.
Oh, so Sonya Deville is just injured, so they
drop so Piper Niven replaced her.
I forgot that. I forgot that they had Piper Niven be like the champ or something.
Yeah, Piper Niven replaced her. Yeah,
which that seems kind of weird. Why wouldn't you just drop it and then have Piper Niven, like, I don't know, figure something out instead? But I mean, I get why they didn't just do another vacation thing because they've already vacated it like 4 times or something.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like they keep doing it. So I mean, like that's what brought down the match. And
but I mean that match just was not very good. I mean, Ronda's not. I don't get the fascination with Ronda.
Matches, I didn't really care for her, man. Like,
but I don't get the fascination with Ronda. I'm kind of glad she's leaving, if that's indeed what's happening. And then like the next one was Gunther and Matt Riddle, which only went for 7 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yeah, which is crazy to me. Like I was just like, they gave 8 minutes, not even 8 minutes to Gunther and Matt Riddle. I thought it was going to be a long. And then,
they gave. What's crazy is they gave more to Cody versus Dominic by a minute. In the next match,
Cody should have just destroyed Dom.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He should have just went and took him down, and then put more time into like one of the other matches or had like.
But that's an example. That was an example of another one that was like, why are they fighting?
Yeah,
like
just
why is
they wanted Dominic on the card? It seemed like,
or that they wanted Cody on the card, and because it's like,
and then they're like, you can't fight Brock because Brock is not doing Money in the Bank.
Yeah, so he's only doing SummerSlam, so you got to have a fill-in match, which it ends up being Dom out of nowhere. It's like, I understand Dom's got heel heat because he can't even talk without the crowd booing him. So I mean, he's doing that right because literally the crowd can't stand him.
Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever heard somebody boo louder for somebody than they boo for Dom. So he's doing that right. But why he got longer time with Cody than Matt Riddle got with Gunther doesn't make sense to me.
Yep, I agree.
And there's nothing really memorable. You can't really call out a lot of stuff that happens in 15 minutes total. Between 2 matches, you can't really call anything out. And that's how it's been with WWE for a few premium live events now.
Yeah, I agree. Like, that's why I say, like, both of those matches, especially 8 minutes and 40 seconds, like, what did you need to tell? And then there was the Money in the Bank ladder match, which we were, like, pretty much dead certain that Io Sky should have won it anyway. Because Becky Lynch, Trish Stratus needed to be without the title, or, like, without anything.
Yeah, she was the one that made the most sense out of everybody that was in the match.
Because Zoe Stark is too early still, and then Bayley is definitely not getting it, And then Zelina Vega didn't really need it either. At least yet. Like,
well, she's not as good of a wrestler. Out of everybody in that match, to me, Becky's the only one good enough to be up there with Eosky at this point, and she doesn't need it.
Well, I mean, the thing
I
is...
think the Becky, Zoe Stark, Trish thing, they were only in the match because of their rivalry right now.
Yeah.
I think that's the only reason they were in it.
I've always taken, like, the Money in the Bank matches to be, like, it's for the up-and-coming guys. Like, where it's like you're trying to find out if they could sink or swim. Like,
Agree,
if they
that's why... But that's why they did.
You could always do this and then have them cheat to win the belt, or like even if they're a face, you do the even if you say you're going to work double duty and then I'm going to do a match after you have this match with this person, blah blah blah, and then that gives an excuse on why a face would win the damn belt. But like you could tell a story like constantly where like, oh, it was before their time. And that's the reason why they lost it within like a month or two of having it. And that's why I think that people like Randy Orton and John Cena and shit didn't really need to whiff it. Like, it was one thing with Bayley when she first won it. It was like Charlotte and everyone else, Sasha and what's it called? And like pretty much everybody else, all the four horsewomen already won it. Or at least won the belt before then. And she was like one of the only ones that didn't. So it made sense why she got it at one point. But like then the only person that made sense was Io Sky. And they weren't gonna, so it made sense for her to win it. And that's why I was like, did it really need to tell it in 18 minutes though? Probably not. And that says something for me when it's like one of my favorite matches is the Money in the Bank match. Don't jump over there. Jeez. Trying to jump right where the camera is. But, what's it called? So then it was Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor for the World Heavyweight Championship that they did at Night of Champions. So, or that Seth won at Night of Champions. So you didn't think that Finn Balor was going to even win it. I mean, it's kind of nice to, like, they brought back the 7 years thing from the last time where they were going for the belt. That's why I think this would have made better sense if they would have switched AJ for Finn. And then they would have, because if they would have told this story and they did it because how the Universal Championship was, where they were vying for it as the first champion that had it, right? It would make more sense if they had Finn in the match being as the final person to do this. That way you didn't have this match then. Or this could have been their rematch.
Yeah, one thing I wanted to point out, we didn't mention it, but in between the Io Sky match and the Cody Rhodes match, John Cena came back.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. You mentioned that, yeah.
And it was kind of, I don't know if it was just to set up a Grayson Waller-Cena match later.
Nope. But, I mean, I think he was there for that, but...
I'm hearing that they're going to have a match at some point. Because he's returning here shortly.
Yeah, and they just released some dates where he's going to work for WWE.
But he basically came out trying to get the crowd to say we should bring WrestleMania to London, and Grayson Waller came out and said it should go to Australia first, which I've heard rumors of both already anyways. So,
well, I think that they should do London anyway. Like, I think the only reason why they mentioned this shit in the first place was because the Wembley stuff for AEW. I think once I agree that they were like talking about doing 80,000 people and all this shit, or at least 60,000 at the time, I think was rumored. So once they heard that, I think they did this shit to like kind of like be like, do you want us to come and do WrestleMania here? And of course they would have been fucking down with that shit. So like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Grayson Waller does stuff with John Cena, but also at the same time, John Cena doesn't need to wrestle anymore. Like, honestly,
Well, a
Some of
lot of
these
these
names
guys
don't
don't, but
really
you
need to
know what?
wrestle anymore.
But you know what half of these guys do? They get a call from Vince, and it's like,
And
you know, they're like, hey, and they show up. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised with this SAG strike if all of a sudden The Rock shows up.
Yeah.
Because he's not going to be working right now, so it doesn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me at all if he shows up back on WWE TV.
Yep. Like, that's the main thing for me. It's like this whole thing. Like, I don't know. To me, I don't think I really care either way if they would show up again. I get why people would be like, "Oh my god!" But
I
like,
mean, yeah, the Seth Rollins match, that was when he beat Finn Balor. I'm like,
yeah, oh yeah, because this was the one where like the reason why Finn Balor lost was because Damian Priest was like they were showing like he was already trying to show dissension, like he was going to cash in, and threw Finn Balor off.
Well, yeah, and I think that's and that's why I think Damian Priest really ultimately won Money in the Bank, honestly, is to break Judgment Day up. I think Damian Priest is ultimately going to leave Judgment Day, and this was the start of it.
Well, I mean, it's a possibility. I mean, like, it makes sense anyway. He's more like, kind of like, I don't know, I think Finn plays a good heel, but like also at the same time, what has he done for the Judgment Day as a whole?
Well, I always said back when
more than any of them.
Yeah, I always said when Finn Balor came to Judgment Day, he was the one that didn't make any sense to be in it. Like Edge made more sense to continue to be in it.
Also at the same time, yeah, like Edge just
No, but his overall character just doesn't make sense to be in it. Rhea Ripley makes perfect sense. Damian Priest even does. But I honestly think, based on the crowd response, Damian Priest is going to turn face and he's going to leave Judgment Day. That's what I really think is going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't think it's going to be Finn Balor that gets kicked out. I think Damian Priest is going to leave. And this is a perfect example of why I think that, because of what happened during this match when he made his way to ringside to distract Rollins, like he was going to cash in the briefcase. So then Finn Balor blamed him for why he lost, and it continued on to Raw and SmackDown later on after that. Like he keeps talking about it. So I haven't seen anything as far as dissension. Like nothing happened or happens at SummerSlam, I don't think, in relation to continuing that storyline that I recall. But we'll talk about that when we talk about SummerSlam in the next podcast. But yeah, I mean, there wasn't much to this match that I remember. I mean, there was a few. I mean, you can't have much when your match only goes 12 minutes.
Yep. So, and it's for the World Heavyweight Championship. And it really just shows how much they give a shit about Roman Reigns. Like, everybody else had something, like, other than the Money in the Bank matches, everything lasted, like, a little bit of, like, just about 10 minutes.
Yeah, everything except for the Money in the Bank matches was under 10 minutes, except for Seth's match. Seth's match was 12.
Yeah,
but
so knowing that this is like the main story of the whole thing, it's like kind of irritates me because it's like Usos versus Roman and Solo, right? And then they're like, oh, it's the Bloodline Civil War, which is so stupid when they already left the Bloodline, so it's not a civil war. They already left. So whatever, it's just a tag team match showing like who's better than one another. And like really the only good thing about this match was knowing that Jay actually pinned Roman. Like, he had his first pinfall loss in like 3 years, and it wasn't Solo that took the pin. It was Roman. And I think that's one of the best things out of the story. But also at the same time, it's the same fucking Roman match. The same
like
Roman
we always
match
talk
every
about.
time.
Like,
the only difference was that he lost.
Yeah, his music is Final Boss Roman. He takes 15 minutes just to walk to the ring.
Yeah.
And then, like I had mentioned at the start of this podcast, the I think if I remember right, he kind of played around for the first few minutes at the beginning.
He always does. It seems like now.
And there was a stare down, and then I think "Tribal Wanker" was being chanted at one point.
Yeah.
By the crowd. There's also points within the match that they were chanting "Stand up if you hate Roman" and "Sit down if you hate Roman" chants. So, I mean, he's gotten it over where he's a true heel. Like, nobody likes him, which is, he's doing his job. But at the same time, it's like, when you've been a champ for as long as he has, it's kind of getting monotonous.
Yeah, it's getting
I talk about it all the time with watching these matches. I have a hard time watching them, especially knowing you're watching them for really no reason, because ultimately
he's just going to win.
Yeah, and this match really didn't. Yeah, he lost, but really, what did it harm him?
Yeah, it didn't really do much. The only thing is that he got his first pinfall loss.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, like, that's the main thing. But also at the same time, it's like in a tag team match that didn't have any comeuppance out of nothing. So, like, and now it's like you already know what's going to happen. They're still dragging this shit out.
Well, and I mean, we'll talk about that during SummerSlam, but yeah, like, I mean,
I don't think this shit is necessary enough for him to fucking go 4 WrestleManias without losing. Like, without losing the title belt, you're thinking you're going to do it again? I'm like, sorry, Roman Reigns is not that good. Never been that good to me.
I mean, and I don't know what the fascination is with him.
Brock. I don't understand why Roman gets his part-time contract and shit, and then he gets to hold it. It's not the same if you're like a fucking CM Punk or something, or an MJF where you're defending it every fucking week.
Well, a good example right now is Seth Rollins.
Yeah, and Seth Rollins is defending it every fucking week. And then you're trying to talk about, even with the stuff with Shinsuke, where he's talking about breaking his back and all this shit. Like, it's like, you got the workhorse right here, and then you got the lazy son of a bitch that just cheats every time. It's like when he does shit where it's just the same match over and over again, it's like, okay, why should I give a shit about your product? Mm-hmm. If this is how you're going to treat everybody, where you feel like it's just ending it just to end it, that way you could get to the next pay-per-view. It's like, why should I care? Like, why should I care about the Bloodline Civil War when, I mean, it's the best story that's going into WrestleMania, or like into the next pay-per-views, but literally, if you spent the same type of care that you did onto everyone else on your roster, you would have better shows. If you put as much care into your storylines as you did with Roman, as you did with everyone else, nobody would have an issue with Raw or SmackDown every week. Like,
agree. It's
literally Alpha Academy is turning super over on their own, and they ain't even on the card. They haven't been on the card. They're on prominently on Raw and SmackDown, but they don't even get a fucking match on the cards.
Oh, I agree. It's kind of crazy.
It's like same with
LA Knight's another. I mean, LA Knight's a good example. Like, he hasn't been pushed.
Yeah.
I mean, this was organic growth. Like, they're literally pushing Roman. Like, they're not. Yeah. It's like some of these other guys that aren't getting pushed are organically getting it, but they're not doing anything with it. It's like,
well, I mean,
they're starting to, I think, a little bit.
Miro.
But Io Sky was a good example, and we'll talk about that in SummerSlam. But hers became organic too, and they just went with it later than they should have. No, well, they went with it later than they should have. Like, Io Sky, it started with her, 3 premium live events ago? And it took her until this one to win Money in the Bank, and then we'll talk about it later, but other stuff happens.
And even then, she's still a heel, too.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but my point is it's organically happening, and WWE's been late in dealing with it.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the right word, but
I think they get stuck into what they want. I think they have ideas that they're going to push.
Yeah, they do.
That they're going to push.
And they don't change them.
And then they don't
very often.
Yeah, they don't change them unless they absolutely have to.
I mean, we talked about it with Daniel Bryan years ago. Yeah, we talked about it with Daniel Bryan years ago. But
yeah, it's like, what's they call it? It's just like irritating whenever I see stuff. It's like, especially with stuff with Roman, it's like fucking you get Roman every like pay-per-view just about, or like somebody with the bloodline at least, and then it's the same fucking bullshit. Acknowledge me. I'm not acknowledging somebody that cheats to win in the same match every time. You do the same thing. You work for fucking 20 minutes. You Superman punch somebody a bunch of times. They hit you with their finisher 4 or 5 times, and then you spear them once, and then you win.
Yeah.
Or, like, oh, they get sidetracked because Solo shows up. Ooh, wow, so original. You know, you got fucking people behind you that cheat for you all the time. When, especially if it's like, they're barred from ringside, and then, oh my god, they still showed up. What were they gonna do? Like, or it's like, I handcuffed you here. Hold on, let me spend 20 minutes uncuffing you so I could win my match. You know, pan away from the camera so I can win my match. Give me a break. I'm so tired of Roman. I think at WrestleMania he should have lost and then went away for like 2 years. And then showed up.
Yeah, you weren't the only one.
I'm winning the title again.
Like I told you at WrestleMania, we heard the crowd, so we weren't the only ones that had that opinion.
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, this card was lackluster, and that's why we've only had to talk for 30 minutes on it.
Yeah.
Because that's pretty much how long, that was the longest. We just barely hit how long the longest match was on the card.
Yeah.
It was 32 minutes and 10 seconds, and this podcast is at 32 minutes and 20 seconds right now. So,
yeah, I'm not surprised.
But yeah.
Sometimes the WWE stuff, you could definitely tell when Vince is in charge. Like,
oh, yeah, you can.
It's like, no, that's totally not me. Like, oh, yeah, it's totally you.
But I can tell you, the next one that we'll talk about, at least there was a little bit more that happened. SummerSlam was better than I would say Money in the Bank was.
The problem is that fucking better doesn't mean great. Like, I
mean,
like I want it to be back to where it was exciting again. It's like watching AEW makes me want to watch AEW all the time. Watching WWE makes me not want to watch WWE a lot.
Oh yeah, I totally.
It's like
agree.
Nothing for me. There's bits and pieces, but then you never like. I don't know. Everybody that's organically that gets over, you squash, and then you focus on the same fucking 2 people. It's like, oh, John Cena shows up. Ooh. I've seen John Cena for like 20 years or however long he's been wrestling. I don't care to see him again. Like, I want to see smaller guys get into the same position, or at least try to be in the same position to see sink or swim to find out if they could achieve shit. Like the last person that they did that with, only because he was an Indian dude, was Jinder Mahal. And Jinder Mahal, did you ever think that Jinder Mahal would have fucking done anything? Like, he was so lucky in the position that he was at because he went from a jobber to being a world champion overnight. And then he went back to being a jobber again.
Well, it was kind of like what Drew McIntyre did. It was like he was the COVID champion. But he's always been he should be higher than he is. I don't know what's going on with that either. But, they didn't do the right stuff with him. The Braun Strowman is another one that I would say they didn't do the right stuff with him at the time when he was the monster among men and he was pulling down sets on top of people. I mention it all the time, but that was a wasted opportunity with Braun Strowman then. But so with that being said, I think we're pretty much done talking about Money in the Bank, right? I mean,
so next one will be SummerSlam and then All In, I think.
Yeah, it'll be WWE SummerSlam followed by All In, and then we'll be caught up for All Out and
then Payback and All Out.
Yeah. So, but we hope you guys enjoyed this one. If you guys listen to our other podcast, you would have heard that we have our website out there, theheartofgeek.com, where we have all of our content. We also have our Facebook page and our Instagram and our TikTok. We have pretty much the same name. I think the only one that's not is our Twitch. It doesn't have the in front of it. But all of them are at the Heart of Geek.
Yeah, check out our shit and comment and stuff like that. Like, I made a Twisted Metal review, and for some reason it has like over 800 plays or something like that.
More than that, dude. It's 1,700 the last time I looked.
Well, that's what I'm saying, like however many. And then I was just like, damn, all I was saying was recommended the fucking show, which I need to do that for other shows. I'm trying to debate if I wanted to do one for season 3 of The Witcher and Secret Invasion and stuff like that. Doing like little reviews for most of the shows that have been coming out. Especially with Secret Invasion, I've been hearing like some iffy shit with it, at least with the season finale. So, I don't know. Whatever. So, like, especially comment anywhere, really. Mostly our website or, like, Facebook page or whatever. If you want to recommend stuff to us or whatever, and then eventually we'll get back to you. We're usually pretty quick with replies and shit like that anyway. At least me, because I'm the only one that has most of the downtime.
Yeah, it's up to 1,800 views, Josh.
Well,
so,
okay. It which just is kind of weird because it's just randomly like fucking going everywhere. But I mean, also at the same time, Samoa Joe, by the way, if anybody didn't know, Samoa Joe plays Sweet Tooth in the show. He doesn't do the voice. Will Arnett does the voice, but like he does all the like the fighting and shit like that as Sweet Tooth in Twisted Metal. So I highly recommend that show if you haven't watched it yet. So yeah, so. For that, all that being said, we will talk to you guys in the next podcast.
Yeah, see you guys for SummerSlam. Peace.